For many young Americans, growing up in the public eye is rare, but for Ivanka Trump, it was inevitable. The world watched as she transformed from a billionaire heiress into a powerful businesswoman and political figure. But despite her wealth and influence, even she was not immune to chaos. At one point, the US government reportedly spent millions of dollars and deployed elite security forces just to find her when she went missing. For hours, no one knew where Ivanka Trump was. The daughter of the most powerful man in the world had simply vanished. But when the truth came out, it wasn't just her disappearance that shocked the public. It was what it revealed about her life behind closed doors. This is the story of Ivanka Trump. The power, the privilege, and the price of living in the spotlight. Stay till the end, because this journey is far from ordinary. To truly understand the polished and private life of Ivanka Trump, we have to go back to where it all started and see how she became the woman she is today.
This is the future my father is working to build each and every day.
Born on March 30th, 1981, in Manhattan's Lenox Hill Hospital, Ivanka was the second child of Donald and Ivana Trump. From day one, luxury was her reality. She grew up in Trump Tower, living in a lavish 10,000 square foot penthouse adorned with marble floors, gold ceilings, and even a private brass elevator. Her childhood was straight out of a billionaire fairy tale. She had a $10,000 dollhouse, designer dresses, and a pony named Sugar with a $5,000 saddle. But her picture-perfect world came crashing down in 1992 when her parents' high-profile divorce dominated headlines. The media frenzy exposed every scandal, from Donald's affair with Marla Maples to the infamous "best sex I've ever had" tabloid cover. Ivanka tried to block out the chaos, losing herself in books like The Secret Garden, while reporters swarmed their home. At 13, she was sent to Choate Rosemary Hall, an elite boarding school known for its strict rules. Even there, classmates said she carried herself with a sense of purpose. Always composed, always distant, and always destined for something bigger. Before Ivanka Trump became the picture-perfect businesswoman we see today, she was a teenage heiress with a rebellious streak that kept her family and the tabloids on edge. One of her boldest moves? The 1996 Aspen disappearance. During a winter vacation in Colorado, 15-year-old Ivanka slipped away from her family's $5 million chalet without a trace. This was before smartphones and GPS tracking, so when Donald Trump realized she was gone, panic set in. He personally called Sheriff Bob Broadus, demanding, "Find my daughter!" What followed was a full-scale 48-hour search. Helicopters combing the mountains, newspapers running headlines like "Trump heiress missing." But Ivanka, she was tucked away in a $500 a night hotel with a mystery boyfriend. When the cops found her, Donald was livid. "She's grounded until she's 30, he reportedly raged. As for the boyfriend, some say he was a ski instructor, others claim it was Leonardo DiCaprio. But that was just the beginning. By 1997, rumors swirled that Ivanka was sneaking off campus at Choate boarding school, allegedly slipping $100 bills to prefects to buy her freedom. By 17, she was rubbing elbows with New York's elite at the hottest clubs, sipping champagne in VIP sections with the city's biggest names. Even Donald admitted in Playboy in 2004, "She's a handful, smart, wild, mine." Years later, in her book The Trump Card, Ivanka looked back on those wild days, writing, "Teens test limits. I was no different." But was she just another rich kid breaking rules? Or was she always meant to do things her own way? After years of making headlines for her social life, Ivanka Trump decided to trade the party scene for prestige. In August 1999, she enrolled at Georgetown University, majoring in economics with a reported 3.8 GPA, according to a 2016 Washington Post leak. But Georgetown wasn't enough. By 2001, she transferred to Wharton at UPenn, her father's alma mater, and graduated cum laude in 2004. Even in college, Ivanka wasn't just hitting the books. She was juggling late-night study sessions with high-fashion photo shoots, modeling for brands like Versace to bankroll her own ambitions. One professor told Forbes in 2016, Ivanka's questions cut like a blade. But she didn't take the easy route straight into the Trump empire. After graduating, she joined Forest City Enterprises in 2004, analyzing $500 million real estate deals on an $80,000 salary. "I wanted my own stripes," she later told Vogue. Still, by 2005, she joined the Trump Organization as Vice President of Development, spearheading $500 million projects like Trump Soho. Was her rise purely talent, or did the Trump name open the doors? The debate rages on, but what's clear is that Ivanka's brand is no accident. From her curated social media presence to her polished public persona, she's mastered the art of influence. Like her father, she knows exactly how to shape the narrative. Ivanka Trump's relentless focus on crafting and controlling her public image has been a cornerstone of her success. Unlike many who simply inherit their family's fortune, she has built a career that extends beyond the Trump legacy, positioning herself as a savvy businesswoman and strategic thinker. Her business ventures reflect this ambition. From fashion and jewelry to high-level politics, Ivanka has consistently taken calculated risks, proving she's not just another heiress, but a brand in her own right. Her clothing line, for example, wasn't just about style. It was designed to resonate with the modern, professional woman, mirroring the polished image she carefully cultivates. Her political career followed the same blueprint. As a senior advisor in the Trump administration, she strategically used her influence to shape policies around workforce development and women's empowerment, issues that bolstered her brand while keeping her firmly in the public eye. Everything Ivanka does is intentional. Now, whether it's mayorness, politics or branding, she plays the long game, always staying one step ahead in the world of power and influence. Ivanka Trump's fashion empire hit sky-high success, then crashed hard. She launched the Ivanka Trump collection in 2011, selling $500 heels and $1,000 handbags. By 2015, it was pulling in $100 million a year, and by 2016, sales skyrocketed to $250 million. Nordstrom alone moved $50 million worth of her products. Then came 2017. The Sun Grab Your Wallet boycott blew up, with over 1 million tweets demanding retailers drop her. Nordstrom gave in, costing her $50 million in sales, though Macy's still raked in $75 million the following year. But by July 2018, Ivanka shut it all down, paying out $10 million in severance. Fast forward to 2025, leaked reports suggest she's still making $5 million annually from licensing deals. And who could forget the Goya beans fiasco? Her endorsement photo landed her a $5,000 ethics fine and another million roasting tweets. A former Nordstrom exec told Vogue in 2025, post-2016, her brand was toxic. Yet Bloomberg estimates her name still holds a $100 million value. So, was she truly cancelled, or did she play the game and cash out? What do you think? Ivanka Trump's next move is anyone's guess. Will she use her connections and experience to shape a lasting legacy? Or will she fade into the background, overshadowed by the weight of her family name? One thing's for sure, her story isn't over. The world is watching, waiting to see if she cements herself as a respected force in business and politics or becomes just another headline in the saga of the Trump dynasty. Love her or hate her, Ivanka has mastered the art of reinvention. Her journey is a case study in branding, ambition, and the fine line between influence and controversy. Will she rise, fall, or redefine success on her own terms? Only time will tell. Ivanka Trump's billionaire lifestyle often appears to be one of limitless luxury. Her name tied to high-end fashion, elite social circles, and sprawling estates. Yet, beneath the opulence, she has faced intense public scrutiny. While she has positioned herself as an advocate for women's empowerment, economic development, and workforce training, her wealth and influence have come with their own set of challenges. Much like her father, Donald Trump, Ivanka has been at the center of controversy throughout her career. Allegations of nepotism, ethical lapses, and conflicts of interest have followed her, forcing her to navigate the fine line between power and public perception. Her personal life has been equally dissected, her marriage, parenting choices, and even her appearance becoming the subject of media fascination and debate. Yet, Ivanka's business acumen is undeniable. She has demonstrated an innate ability to understand market trends, capitalize on consumer demands, and position herself as a formidable player in both the business and political spheres. From launching fashion lines to shaping White House initiatives, she has consistently found ways to expand her influence. The question remains, will Ivanka's legacy be one of true impact? Or will she be remembered as another privileged heiress whose influence was more about branding than lasting change? Ivanka Trump's success is often attributed to more than just her last name. Her relentless work ethic and strategic mindset have set her apart from many of her peers. Whether managing her fashion empire, navigating high-stakes real estate deals, or advising in the political arena, she has consistently pushed herself to the limits, ensuring her presence remains felt across industries. Her sharp intellect and adaptability have allowed her to survive turbulent business landscapes, but not without significant controversy. As a Trump, Ivanka has faced challenges that many entrepreneurs don't encounter. Public scrutiny has been relentless, with every business move, policy stance, and personal choice dissected. Her ties to her father's administration made her a polarizing figure. While some admired her poise and advocacy for women in the workforce, others saw her as an extension of a controversial presidency, unable to escape allegations of nepotism and ethical concerns. One of Ivanka's most significant weaknesses has been her inability to distance herself from controversy. From her fashion brand's abrupt closure following mass boycotts to her role in political scandals, her decisions have often placed her in precarious positions. The backlash hasn't been limited to her career. Her personal life, including her marriage, parenting, and even her appearance, has been the subject of endless public speculation. Yet, despite the pressure, Ivanka has remained resilient. She has continually adapted, leveraging her skills to maintain relevance and influence. Whether her legacy will be defined by genuine impact or strategic branding remains an open question. But one thing is certain: Ivanka Trump's journey is far from over. Ivanka Trump's ability to pivot in the face of shifting circumstances has not only kept her in the public eye, but has also reinforced her reputation as a shrewd strategist. Whether stepping away from her fashion brand amid political backlash or rebranding herself as an advocate for women's empowerment, she has consistently adapted to maintain relevance. Her influence, however, extends beyond business and politics. Ivanka has played a key role in international diplomacy, particularly in initiatives related to female entrepreneurship. She has spoken at global summits, met with world leaders, and championed programs that aim to provide financial support and career opportunities for women. Despite skepticism regarding her motivations, she has remained steadfast in positioning herself as a leader in this space. Additionally, Ivanka's approach to media and public relations has been instrumental in shaping her image. While she has faced significant criticism, she has managed to avoid the full extent of the reputational damage that has plagued other members of her family. Her carefully curated persona, elegant, composed, and business-focused, has helped her maintain a level of mainstream acceptability that few in her position could achieve. Ultimately, Ivanka's career continues to be a balancing act between controversy and reinvention. Whether she will successfully transition into a post-Trump era of influence or become a relic of a politically divisive legacy remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: she knows how to evolve, and she isn't done yet. If Ivanka hopes to redefine her legacy, she will need to take decisive steps that demonstrate genuine independence and leadership beyond the Trump brand. Whether she chooses to re-enter the business world with a fresh venture, step into philanthropy with a renewed focus, or even make a foray into media or public service, her next moves will determine whether she is remembered as a savvy entrepreneur, a political insider, or simply a figure forever tied to the controversies of her family name. With her extensive network, financial resources, and past experience navigating both corporate and political spheres, she has the tools to carve out a new chapter if she can effectively separate herself from the polarizing reputation that has followed her. However, this will not be an easy task. The modern landscape is increasingly unforgiving to figures associated with controversy, and Ivanka will need to craft a narrative that is compelling enough to shift public perception. A significant rebranding effort, coupled with concrete actions that showcase her commitment to meaningful causes, could help her regain credibility in the eyes of the public. Whether that means championing women's empowerment on a global scale, launching an initiative that genuinely uplifts marginalized communities, or investing in innovation and sustainability, her choices must align with a broader vision that transcends mere self-interest. Furthermore, Ivanka's ability to navigate the ever-changing expectations of public figures in the digital age will be crucial. The rise of social media and the 24-hour news cycle means that every move she makes will be scrutinized, analyzed, and debated. If she missteps, her critics will be quick to pounce, reinforcing existing narratives about privilege, entitlement, and opportunism. But if she plays her cards right, she could emerge as a leader who, despite her privileged background, has learned from her experiences and is willing to forge her own identity outside the shadow of her family's legacy. As we wrap up this exploration of Ivanka Trump's multifaceted journey, it's evident that her narrative is far from complete. Transitioning from a high-profile political figure to a private citizen, Ivanka has consciously chosen to step away from the political spotlight. In a statement following her father's 2024 presidential campaign announcement, she expressed, "I am choosing to prioritize my young children and the private life we are creating as a family." Relocating to Miami's exclusive Indian Creek Island, often dubbed Billionaire's Bunker, Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, have immersed themselves in a community of influential figures. Their $24 million mansion has become a sanctuary, allowing them to focus on family life away from the political arena. In her post-political chapter, Ivanka has redirected her efforts toward philanthropy and personal development. Engaging in various charitable activities, she has worked with victims of natural disasters, supported Ukrainian refugees in Poland, and volunteered at local food banks. Dave Donaldson, president of CityServe, where Ivanka has volunteered, praised her compassion portfolio, highlighting her commitment to impactful work beyond governmental roles. Despite her retreat from politics, Ivanka remains a subject of public fascination. Her recent appearance on the Skinny Confidential's Him and Her podcast shed light on her current priorities, emphasizing family, fitness, and personal growth. She articulated her goals for 2025 as embracing love, courage, and purpose, signaling a deliberate shift from her previous public persona. As Ivanka Trump stands at this pivotal juncture, the world watches with keen interest. Will she leverage her experiences to carve out a new legacy distinct from her family's political narrative? Or will she choose a path of quiet philanthropy and personal fulfillment? Only time will reveal the next chapter in Ivanka Trump's evolving story. We invite you to share your thoughts on Ivanka Trump's journey in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth profiles. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.